have in my hand the Whyte's Series 17 launch amplifier. So that's 16 satellite inputs, 1 terrestrial input. It has it's a free delivery directly from freetv.ie. So basically the idea of this is it can handle up to 4 different satellite dishes feeding directly in, along with a UHF aerial for the Freeview or SareView, depending if we're in Ireland and the UK. And it's allowing us to both boost and control the signal levels on it. So normally we'll say, if anybody's going for the 17 series, they're probably going to have a very large development of apartments, things like that. And what they're trying to do is, they're trying to feed out to the maximum, to a relatively large number of apartments. And so it's quite likely that it would need a launch amplifier in it. Basically, inside of Whyte's range, they have a 5 series single 1 satellite, a 9 series 2 satellite dishes, and a 17 series, as I said, is 4 satellite. So the most common obviously would be Astra 2 for the BBCs, and then you go into the European channels, things like the Hotbird and Astra 1, and some additional ones on top of that. So let's just look exactly what we get here and how it works, okay? So the first thing to note is we have a total of 17 inputs in the top. The first satellite dish here, the second satellite input here, the third and the fourth. And you'd be using something normally, you could use a quad LNB, but normally you'd be using a quattro LNB. And in general, I see people use it with 80 centimeter dishes, but if it's an unusual satellite trying to pull up, you might need a larger dish again. And a UHF aerial feeding directly in here. The UHF aerial, by the way, has an on-off switch here for the 12 volt output on it, and that's depending on whether you have the launch amplifier with it, where you need to boost and amplify the UHF aerial signal before you bring it in. On the output side, we have exactly the same, so we're boosting here. So we're trying to control 2 elements of it in terms of the gain and the slope. So the gain is pretty straightforward. It's 30 dB. There's a plus and minus of 50, or there's a gain control of 15 dB, plus or minus 2 dB on that. So that's pretty straightforward on it. The slope's a little bit more complicated. What we have on that is it's 8 dB. Plus or minus 2 in terms of level of control on it. And the reason you'd be using that is on long cable runs, the top end of the frequency range will drop off about twice as fast as the lower end. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to boost the slope gain higher on very long cable runs than you would on shorter runs. So that's just a level of adjustment, and why they have gain and slope on it here as well. The gain on the terrestrial side is about 25 dB, so somewhat less. But generally that would be counted as something like the terrestrial is more forgiving than satellite in terms of signal loss, is generally what people find. So the adjustment on that will be sufficient here. And there's an earth pin here, and there's ability to add on an external power unit here as well. And that's an 18 volt, and we list that as associated product with it. So overall, we'll say the 17 series is probably not hugely widely used, but it is nice to have a very comprehensive range in terms of the Whytes. So the majority are Series 5, Series 9 reasonably popular as well. Series 17 is normally for the larger, more commercial things here. Where Whytes are placed in the market is, what they're trying to do is to literally develop the best products that are on the marketplace. They're always innovating, bringing out new variations and controls on it, which really makes them a great company to deal with. The return rates, failures on it is exactly 0. So what they've done is pitch themselves as the best product on the market, and normally with 25% cheaper than the premium competitors that they have. So it really has made for us that long term we've made a decision to go with Whytes and nobody else.